which I find very useful, especially if you're doing a deep work like debugging or developing a marketing plan or anything that requires you to work with a complex set of input and output. So in this case, I was trying to debug a React app that I developed using Axyen, and I was trying to figure out what the issue is and how can I fix it. And it gave me a diagnosis, which is pretty typical of any AI. You give a problem and it gives you the solution or gives you a diagnosis, and it gives you in language that is relevant for that context. So for example, in this case, explained that there is issue with server component and then it needs to be client component or whatever, right? And then I'm like, okay, I don't fully understand what server component is. So typically, if you don't understand anything in the response, you would either ask the query again in the chat, which can basically change the flow of your conversation and add context which is not meaningful to your conversation. Or you would copy it and paste into a different window and try to search for it in Google or do a different conversation about it, and then you end up having a lot of this open tabs with like different irrelevant information. So what we do in Axyen is that you can select any of the text. So here I can select server component, and then it gives you a context menu, and here we have the option to learn or search. So I'm going to search for server component. So there are two things that are going on here. First, the Axyen knows the context, so it knows that it was in context of a React app that I was debugging. Okay, so when it searches for server component to find more information, it is trying to find it in the context. And second, it gives you the response without affecting the context of the conversation itself. Okay, so it gave me a simple answer, it gave me some references that I can use, and if I find that this will be relevant for later conversation, then I can add it to the chat. If not, then I can just close it, and that's it. I know what it is, and then I can just continue with my conversation. So yeah, try it out. You can use it for different purposes, but I find it very useful when I'm doing a lot of debugging. The code that I've generated using Axyen. So thanks, guys.